Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager 2018 Pro Cyclist Mode, Episode 67. It's part 2 of La Vuelta España, Stage 6 of 2,184 kilometers. It's a hill stage, but not so much. There's really only just the one climb, and most of the sprinters should still be involved by the time we get there. We're going to go ahead and scoot on forward till just past this final sprint point of the day. And we'll see what happens on that final climb. 37 kilometers to go. There are splits in the field. The groups off the back are because of crashes. There's a chance that they'll come back. But the pace is pretty hot, so it's going to be difficult for them to get back on. So we'll see if there's anybody important that's going to lose some time today. We're going to go times 4 until we get up there. I had a plan on how to navigate this climb and take advantage of the situation. However, I don't have control of the team. So it looks like most of the team is still going to be working for Viviani, assuming that he will make it up over the climb and to the end of the stage. My plan was going to make it hard for most of the sprinters to do so, but just with a crazy pace over our one and only climb of the day, it's quite steep, but it's also quite short.
There's an attack in the group at the front.
See, and then I can't even get any sort of consistency as it's just bouncing around, giving me control of this rider, that rider, this rider, that rider. 12 riders still off front, but they are just right there. And I have a chance to do something here. The red jersey's going with me. Rapaciro's right there, so nope, nothing to take advantage of. Kamesh, the lone leader, left, and it looks like he's nearly caught. But it actually did do damage to the field. Just didn't split the field. Actually, still have 7 kilometers till the top, which is a strange one. Why they don't put the climbing point, like, right up here. I mean, like, this looks like a good place to do it. Hershey, Lutsenko trying to attack.
Oh my, the guys up front aren't going to be making too many friends today. The riders are entering the last 15 kilometers of the stage.
I'm just going to catch these two and then join with them. Oh, Peloton's coming back on though. Well, the field very much has split. Oh, come on. They're right there. Just grab on. There you go. Oh, now we're almost to the top.
Attack by Alexei Lutsenko.
Well, I'm not going to attack anymore because I don't want to lose out here. But I'll take those points. There you go. Third over the top. 1 point. Why is that only 1 point? It's category 2. One point for third over the top on a category 2 climb. Okay, this is stupid that Lutsenko is pulling away right now. Van Garderen. I still need that protection though to get to the end of this one in one piece. So nobody's chasing him down. He's pulling away a minute and a half. I was right on his wheel, but he attacked again.
Last 5 kilometers.
Lopez has grabbed on. Let's do this. Now that I actually have control of the group, we're going to go 99. I'm going to follow Van Garderen, and you're going to follow Lopez. Lopez, where are you? Right there. Okay, you're going to go, say, 96. Find an opening. There you go. 3 kilometers. 0.7.
Alone against all. It required
Seiko
a lot of
takes the
energy,
win.
and he showed he was above the rest today.
Van Garderen, give me your sprint. I know you're not much of a sprinter, so give me a little advantage. And then there goes my own sprint. Bunch sprint. A minute 13 behind. Matthews wins it. Colbrelli is there. Last couple sprinters. Rapaccio takes 5th. Van Garderen 9th. I didn't even get past them. I was 13th. Big bunch, and I was right near the front, but it's still only 13th. That's okay. I'm no sprinter. See, I barely even got any sort of acceleration. There was no opening. Lopez comes in 31st, Hamilton 43rd, Toynes 34th, Viviani 46th. Sprinters, most of them, ended up dropped. Just a couple surviving over the top of the climb. That's mostly just because of the attack of Lutsenko and, who went with him? Whoever ended up going with him. Now I've forgotten already. Hershey? Is it Hershey? It was Hershey. Hershey and Lutsenko. And then I tailed them. I caught up to them. And as soon as I caught up to them and I let up, the field let up. So Lutsenko took off again and gets an easy win. Unfortunate, but I didn't have enough to continue the attack and the chase. He used and abused Hershey to go off and get that stage win. So, minute 13, huh? Lutsenko is well out of it, apparently. There he is, 29th, 11:17 down, so not in contention. If I had known he was that far down, I apparently should have checked. I figured he was somewhere right around the edge of the top 10. 5th in the sprint points, 5th in the mountains, 2nd in the under 25s, 3rd in the team. And we move on to stage number 7. I hate that I get a poor evaluation for being in 2nd overall. Alright, so here we go. Fitness peak has hit here at the end of this day. It was not there at the beginning of the day, but we have entered our fitness peak after 6 stages of La Vuelta. We move on to stage number 7, a sprint stage, my first day on a fitness peak. Perfect timing, as this should carry right to the end of La Vuelta. There's only about 1 or 2 days beyond the 2-week minimum that it lasts. So finally, 1 out of 3 Grand Tours, I've hit my fitness peak at the right time. Viviani, favorite for the stage. Let's see if he can retake the sprint jersey today.
Let's see if he can resist a comeback from the pack. Alone against everyone else is a very difficult position.
Breakaway of 5 riders is coming to an end as we approach the 20-kilometer banner. The remnants of it are trying to get off the front and survive just a little bit longer here. Now down to 16K, quickly moving towards the finish line. 30 seconds, that group is back together. Again, they're attacking each other. 10-kilometer banner here. And there we go. They are reeled back in as we go under 5K to go in this sprint stage, stage 7. 3K to go. Use my gel. 2.4. Start moving forward. 1.8.
There goes the sprint. The strong men are giving their all.
1K to go. Sprint to the finish. 14 riders off the front. I'm right there at about 15, 16. Viviani does take the win again. Another win in this stage. In this Vuelta. Groenewegen second. McClay third. Trentin fourth. Halverson fifth. Christoph is there in sixth. 2 Norwegian riders in 5 and 6. I do make it across the line as best of the rest in 15th, ahead of Nairo Quintana, Romain Bardet, and Arapaciro. All sprinters at the front. Very straightforward on this stage. There could be a time gap, but probably not. I think I just about made up the difference there to prevent a time gap between those 14 and the rest of us, but it won't hurt us even if they do have it. It would be a little ironic that they do that, though, as time and time again I see no time gap given when there's near a minute between groups. But sprint stages, generally, they tend to keep everyone together. Alright, so we are on stage number 8, and you can see from the profile here, a lot of climbing today. It's a hill stage. The hardest climb already behind us, Category 1, Puerto de Mijares. Had a huge breakaway group of 26 riders. There are still 21 left on the front, 4 caught in the no man's land in between. And their lead is down to 2.5 minutes. I've used a couple riders sparingly. Viviani for a little bit, Hamilton for a little bit, to help pull things back as they were out to 6 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and use Hamilton again here as we begin the next climb of the day here shortly. I have had some support from other teams, AG2R, Movistar, involved in that chase as well. It's Carapaz on the front now. Hamilton taking a turn. Mertz for Katusha Alpecin. Pine as well. And let's see, that lead has actually grown in between the last climb. Actually, in between the top of this peak right here and where we're at now. But now we're starting to reel these guys back in as the breakaway group is shattering.
The pace is really hot, so for the moment, we shouldn't see too many attacks. This climb features some dreadful percentages.
Hamilton out of energy. Even at a 99, he's not going to have enough here.
Attacked by Alexei Lutsenko.
Lutsenko in the break.
This is the last third of the race. The team leaders have their minds fixed on today's goal. Those guys up front aren't going to be making too many friends today.
Thanks to the form, thanks to the fitness peak that I've hit, I've got a nice +4 race day condition. Really nice. Got some good numbers today. I could really do something depending on how things go over the course of this stage. Of course, it's a hill stage, not a mountain stage. So it doesn't quite favor me, but I've got a +4 to my hills. That puts me at an 82 today. The resistance, the stamina are high, the acceleration's high, the downhill is high. So with those bonuses, I certainly could contend more than I normally would today. And also that is why it's so important to have these fitness peaks from time to time. And at key times, which hasn't quite been the case for us. The lead is out to over 3 minutes, so I need to start switching things up. You can see that even at a 70, he went right to the front. As soon as I get on the front, we start to get a little more support from Katusha and Movistar. A little surprised that Sky hasn't been involved, but I suppose that Sky is, well, AG2R should be more involved. Groupama FDJ should be more involved. big time gaps behind us. There are some riders. It's only a hill stage, not a mountain stage, so there shouldn't be a whole lot of wiggle room on time losses. So there could be some riders towards the back that are going to end up with elimination type times. These guys I wouldn't worry about too much. 4 minutes behind the main group. 7 behind overall to the remnants of the break, which is now down to 14 riders. Toyn's not going to last much longer. Lopez is busy shielding me right now. 68 riders chasing. It's still almost 3 minutes. Toyn's has actually just split the group somewhat, though. Van Garderen, why don't you go ahead and take over there? Toyns will set you back to auto. Try to hang on for a while if you can. Alright, we got a Category 2 climb coming up here. This is not bad at all. 3 climbs left to go. The Category 3 climb looks a lot harder than this climb. The last of the 3 peaks here, going left to right. This is pretty gradual for a Category 2. 4.7 kilometers, 1,400 meters of climbing, 4.8%, and we're actually well over the top by the time we actually even have the peak, have the mountain point. $40 riders now. Lopez, I thought you were protecting me. Why not?
Their front group is disorganized, and some riders are exploiting this opportunity to attack.
Damage being done to the brake. Van Garderen, though, also damage being done to him. Not going to have much support over those last 2 climbs. Suppose I don't necessarily need to worry about that front group so much, so I'm going to go ahead and let Van Garderen try to recover here. I wanted the damage because, you know, we can leave a lot of the field behind. Now, what is that finish line going to look like here? Okay, it's another little uphill, but definitely a downhill where some recovery will happen. You can see these guys are recovering somewhat. I'm still at full strength, but my teammates very much not. Why don't you grab water, Van Garderen? 35 riders left in the peloton. It's a small group. I don't see any team with more than about 2 riders, maybe 3. Secondary climb here. Start to slow it back down. We are down to over 4 minutes from the front group, so they are almost certainly going to take the stage today.
The pack seems resigned to leaving the victory to the escapees.
Once I get over the top, I'm going to set up a minor sprint train for our 3 guys. Push about a 91. So I'll follow Lopez. Lopez is going to follow Van Garderen. It's 23 kilometers to go. We're not attacking yet, just getting in line. .39 riders. There's still lots of remnants of the break out in front. Not much switchback stuff going on here, so I'm going to start to speed this up. It's a pretty straightforward descent that you can see actually even attacking off the front. Van Garderen was still recovering there for a little bit. Got to bring Garcia back into the fold.
Falling behind. A team leader is falling behind.
All right, here we go. Final climb of the day, other than the last few meters at the finish line. Final true climb. 13.5 kilometers to the finish. Reel in a big group here. And Gartering not going to last much longer.
The riders are going through a very tough portion with
Lopez now. Bardet, Quintana trying to attack. Lopez keeping a steady pace. Reels those guys back in. Lower this back down a little bit. I'm still looking strong.
There are just 10 kilometers left.
And time to accelerate. 4 riders left off front, and they are down to 1 minute.
And he spurts away from the group. He's going for victory.
Open up a little gap. We'll see who can cover it. Keeping the effort at 91, but otherwise, there's Lutsenko, Kruiswijk, O'Connor, Inkhorn. That's a good group right there. And they didn't like that I caught up to them. Alright, 12 riders left in the peloton. And I've got myself in position to attack the finish. However, those 4 riders, as soon as I made contact, they accelerated. They didn't like that I came up to them. I can't blame them. Use my gel here in a moment. There we go. It's downhill for now, so our pace is going to be hot. 2.3, 2.2, 1.7. I'm going to start to up the effort and get out the front here and sprint.
And the final sprint is off. Who's going to be the first of the line?
I just forgot that there is... I forgot it was uphill to the finish. Inkhorn's going to take the stage. O'Connor second. Tischbenut is going to move into third. Bardet fourth. I'm right there though. Kwiatkowski, Rapacero, and I 5, 6, 7. So in the final group, small group that's going to put more time on some riders behind us. That's good. Good stage. Would have been nice if I could have hung with those 4 and still had the energy left, but it's okay. I was looking for a quick break, and as soon as I settled down, they attacked, and I just didn't go with because I didn't want to have 0 energy and get left behind my group, so I just acknowledged that I was going to get caught. We only had a matter of seconds anyway. And it worked out just fine in the end. There we go. Time cutoff coming. And there it is. 50 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4 riders. It looks like. Missed the time cut. Still shake things up a little bit more. Inkhorn clear by 7 seconds. Otherwise, everybody else on the same time. Back to Lutsenko. And let's see who's in this group that lost time. Hershey, Poles, Martin, Soler losing time. Enrique Mas, Froome, Carthy, Lopez. There's Sam Uman, Sivakov all losing time. That's good for me. So those guys are definitely competitors. So Rapacero staying on top. Stay in second. Saccharin, Bernal, Ciccone, Bardet. And we're down to 6 riders within 3 minutes. So 2 of the riders in the top 8 lose time. Fulsang, Formulo. There's Soler. He was one of them. He lost time. Quintana was up there. Pino, Bookman. There's Sivakov, who lost time. So there you go. It did have an impact, and the times stretch out even further. We're already looking at over almost 5 minutes, just 4 seconds away for Nairo Quintana in 10th place. Viviani is now second in the sprint competition as Rapacero retakes the lead in that one. With this fitness peak, the true climbs coming, I think we're going to be in really good shape. We've got an excellent chance to win this tour, and potentially by a good margin. Stage 9 will start to sort that out with one large steep climb right at the end of this 183 kilometers overall, which does favor me as I'm on the lower end on stamina compared to my competitors. Stage 9, we're going at ×2 speed right now with 48 kilometers left to go. We're not quite to the climb. We've still got a little bit left to go. But you can see from the profile here that this is not a severe mountain by any means. This is no Tour de France climb or anything like that. And I've got a good team around me and everybody's fresh right now. So the chase actually should be pretty easy. Speaking of chase, we are chasing 18 riders in the break. Their lead is down to 3 minutes now. There's lots of big names in there, lots of good climbers in there, so it will be difficult to catch them, especially with the pace that we've carried out with so far. I believe very soon I'm going to try to form up one big long train, and we're going to do what Sky does and just go out there and control this thing. And I think right as soon as we get to the top of this little climb right here, right now around this corner, there we go, we'll start that process. So 33.8 kilometers to go. I'm going to set everyone at an 88. And let's see, Lopez has been tops. It is Van Garderen who has been the next best in terms of form and tends to hang out a bit longer. It's Richie Porte who should be up there but has been down on form, along with Warren Barguil. Dylan Toynes has actually been doing even better than those guys. I might even go the other way, but that's okay. It's Hamilton, and then it's Viviani. Viviani, not in the sprint jersey now. Oh, he's borrowing it. That's right, Rapacero has it. I'm going to bring him forward, but I'm not going to attack until we actually get going up over that next little climb. This one's nothing much to it. But that next one's actually steeper than the climb itself for a good while, so we'll kind of do our first little attack there. Not full on attack, but putting that pressure on anyway. Okay, quick check, see how the team's looking. Lopez and I are the ones that are caught out. Come on. Trying to follow Lopez. I gotcha. I gotcha. Wasting energy. Fighting through the field, even though I was at the front. I drop back to the back to pick up these riders. There we go. And now this is the one that I wanted to attack on. So Viviani, don't hit that rock or that bush, or just ride right through him. Okay, so we're down to 2.5 minutes on the lead group. That's not bad. Nope, nope. You guys are doing too much damage to the riders behind you. Try 90 here. There's that last downhill. And that brings us out front. Viviani's got good pace, so even at a 90, he's pulling well for us. And we're going to start the final climb of the day. First stage that can really start to shake things up. But like I said, the climb itself, you can see, really, there's not much to it. It's just that it's 20.5 kilometers. It's 2K's worth of climbing, but it's only 5.2% gradient. So Viviani's done. Hey, hey, come on. There we go, Hamilton. Alright, Viviani, your day is done. Just bring it on home. "16 riders left off the front, down to just over a minute. Looks like they're going to be caught pretty quickly here, as Hamilton's day is nearly done, but we're already down to 15 kilometers. Toynes, it's going to be his turn. Hamilton's done. 111 riders. We are starting to leave some riders behind, and we're also starting to reel in a little bit of the breakaway group, down to 15 riders, just over a minute ahead. Barguil's looking kind of weak, but the other guys are hanging on. Ooh, hello. I lost a lot of energy chasing at some point. So did Lopez. Barguil onto the front. 11 kilometers. I think I might go down to an 87 here, as something happened there at some point that hurt things a little bit. Barguil done. 86 riders. 10 riders left off the front. 86 here for a little bit. I like the pace. I wanted to keep it. We're heading into the steepest section right now. Now we're really starting to see the splits. 43 riders left and just 7 ahead of us. Okay, I'm going to pause now. Make these adjustments. Go to an 86 again for Van Garderen. Port, he's done. Lopez, not much left there. I don't have much left, and that was at the base of the climb. So again, like I said, there was some sort of split a second time that caused me to have to chase. And I think Lopez as well, as he suffered through it. And Lopez is actually about to be done. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump Lopez here. Lopez just try to hang on. So I'm actually down to 1 rider. Senko's in the break. Van Garderen's nearly done here, so I'm going to be on my own. But we're down to a group of 9. Group of 4 now. And hold on, Van Garderen, you're done. So just go 99. And I will follow him for now, but I'm going to keep an eye out. So group of 7 chasing just 1 rider. Some of what's here is remnants of the break. Take it to the inside. Take it to the inside. There you go. Rapaciro, I saw you. I saw you. That's Lutsenko off the front. Climber's jersey. Ooh, 28 riders now. Lopez is caught back up. 30 riders now. Looks like I might have to go off on my own at some point, but I think I'd rather respond right now than go my pace, just because, you know, my pace isn't looking as hot as it should be. Alright, we're going to follow okay, he's... Oh, come on. Really? Go and use our gel. Rapaciro trying to go with Bernal. Eight riders. 1K to go.
The riders are in a portion above 10%.
Okay, I'm done. But can I cut these guys off, stay ahead of them, take second? Rapaciro is going to gain a little more time again.
Well, nobody can dispute that win. It was
Should
very
be able
well
to beat.
deserved. We're waiting for the
Should have second here.
to arrive.
Got it. Okay. 6-second time bonus. Rapaciro is going to gain a few more seconds, though. Boy, he is really in form himself. Gets second. Like I said, I started well down on where I should have been in energy with that climb. So as I was working with the team at the front, something happened behind. Somebody squeezed us, and then we had to chase and burnt a lot of energy in that well before the actual top of the climb. So that ruined what could have been a good day. Plus the race day condition, the randomness of that hurt me today. So taking second is actually a good result. If I would have had a +4 to the race day condition, I would have had every expectation to win the stage. But with a very soft +1 and a stage that, a final climb that really wasn't severe by any means. Second place, just fine. The only downside is Rapaciro gaining a little more time. And again, that a rider that I've gone head-to-head with for the last couple seasons now. Really surprised that somebody that I've been beating regularly is now going out there and showing their stuff. Another under 25 rider, Egan Bernal. So the young guard is absolutely taking over. Van Gardering came across 19th. Don't know what happened to Lopez. Well, actually, I think the same thing. Oh, Lopez 21st, but the same thing that happened to me, Lopez was affected by. And I already saw we chased once, so that hurt. But there really must have been a second time. Looks like everybody's going to come within the time limit today, no problem.
We've selected the following highlights for you.
There you go, small gap, but there's definitely gaps behind us. So that's going to open things up in the standings a good bit. So already got the leader's jersey. Yeah, just 15 seconds, so not a big deal. It's 35 behind, so there's 20 seconds. Bardet even further. Formula was down enough in the standings that it doesn't matter too much either. Zakharin and Sivakov losing a minute. Soler losing a minute 18. Minute 31 to this whole group. Yanni Zagara, 2:13. So time gaps are definitely going to open, and we're already starting to look like a 2 or 3 man race, as those time gaps have opened up significantly. Kind of looking down the order, we're looking at 8:12 to Sivakov and Bookman, Pinot 8:11. Top 10, 6.5 minutes to Quintana, Soler 6:10, Fulsang 5.5, Formulo over 4.5 now, 4 to Ciccone, 3.5 to Bardet, Zakharin just under 3.5. And then we're really kind of getting down to it already with Bernal at 2:37 and Rapaciro 48 seconds ahead. Bernal, not a good time trialist yet. Rapaciro, not a good time trialist, so that's going to really favor me. Zakharin is a little better than them. Bardet is a terrible time trialist, though he did better last year, didn't he? Ciccone, Formulo, Fulsang, Soler, the first decent time trialist down in 9th, 6:10 down. And that's it. I mean, there's no quality. The next decent one is Lopez in 16th at 10.5 minutes behind. So things are looking good for me, especially with that fitness peak. If I can keep things close with Rapaciro, I can absolutely beat him on the time trial. Points. It's Viviani and I now chasing Rapaciro, who continues to accumulate large number of points. In the mountains, Lutsenko with Rapaciro just 5 points behind. I'm another 8 behind that. And third, second in the under 25s. and the team is third, so moving into the top 3 in virtually every competition. Second on the stage, second overall, and there's 18 points for the second on the stage, and now just 11 away from leveling up. Boy, if that could happen within the next couple of stages, that's another boost that should see us through. Tour de France did not go as planned, but I think La Vuelta is looking ripe for victory. Certainly should be on the podium. Fatigue, 14% now. The freshness still there. Fitness is looking nice. I think that's our day off. Yeah, we just had our day off, so that should now recover freshness back to 100%. What about the fatigue? Is that going to come down at all from the day off? No. But it's time trial day, stage number 10. But we're going to get into that in the next episode. So we're going to go ahead and cut it off there. I am the favorite. Wow, Van Garden's that high up. So McNulty, Castroviejo, Latour, all have challengers. But in terms of the standings, I mean, Marc Soler, the only one up there who's any sort of threat. So we're going to come off that rest day and into the next one nice and fresh. Fatigue not being a factor. Fitness peak is there. The fitness, 96%. So everything is looking up, and we've got a real chance to come out of that next stage. Start the next episode off with taking the red jersey. We've been borrowing the under-25s jersey since the beginning of the race. My teammates borrowing the points jersey. Could I claim 3 jerseys myself by the end of this stage? The points, the under-25s, and the race leader's jersey? Could be. But we'll have to find out next time, because that's going to do it for this episode on Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.